evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! Good evening, family. How are you all today? Thank you all for allowing me to share a tiny portion of this evening with you as you ride home, cook dinner, kick the dog, let the kids lie to you and tell you they ain't got no homework because they don't want to do it or they hiding a report card, whatever it is that they are doing. Thank you all so much for allowing me to join you. We have an amazing show tonight lined up, guys. Listen, let me tell you all, this internet never, and when I say never, it never disappoints. And I do mean never. Now, listen, you all, the first hot topic. Listen, the couple, they're going on a date. This is the first date. So the couple, they meet online. So the young lady, she brings her friend to the date with the guy that she just met. And so now she's expecting him to pay for not only her date, but her friend's meal as well. She's expecting him to pay for that. What do you all think about that? The friend is just there to check the guy out to make sure he's not some type of super creep, but he's not supposed to be at the table. Like, the dude is not even supposed to know that the friend is there, so I'm trying to figure out what was the angle, what's the purpose, because it's like, if he's going to be some type of super creep, then not only is the friend that was originally there to meet him for the date, not only is she in a messed up situation, but now the supposed to be friend, the one that's supposed to be checking things out from a distance, now she's in danger as well. So I don't understand what was the purpose of the friend going on the date if you guys were not going to have it set up right. See, if this issue was set up right, the guy would not even know that the friend is there, ma'am. The friend is not there to be seen. She's there to watch, scope out the scene, and make sure everything is on the up and up. That's what she's supposed to be doing. She's supposed to be in a corner somewhere, incognito, with her hat on, with her jogging pants on, and her gym shoes on, ready. So if we gotta bomb on him, then she gonna be ready so we can jump him right there in the restaurant. You're not supposed to be sitting at the table with your friend. Like, where y'all doing this at? Like, you look, good help is so hard to find. Sir, I'm sorry that you experienced this. No, you should not pay for the friend's food. The friend should have, again, she should have packed her own lunch. She should have, listen, been prepared. Or the friend that invited her to come out to the restaurant to do surveillance, she should be paying for her friend's meal. But that's not the dude's responsibility. Ladies, we have to get it together. Like, I know in my spirit that this was some new people ish. And you know why I would say that? Because we've been doing this for so long. And I never remember a time going out, meeting somebody, and the dude knew that I was there. If I'm there checking it out, checking him out for a friend, he never knew that I was there. But trust me, I was sitting there waiting. And once she gave me the signal that, she was cool and she was comfortable, then I would leave. But at no point would he ever know that I'm there. We don't go up and make any introductions because guess what? If he listen, we need to pull a drive-by on him at another chick house. He don't need to know what my car is. He don't need to know anything about that. All he needs to know is what's going on with the young lady that he's dating. So this is how I know it's possibly a strong possibility that this is some new people ish, because a lot of these, their code, they're switching the code up, and they do things just a tad bit. Okay, I'm not gonna say a tad bit. They do things a lot. They do things very, very differently. And in my opinion, this was poorly done. It was poorly planned, and it was just tacky. It was just tacky to begin with. So again, when you're taking these ladies, you're going out for the first time, and you're going out on the date for the first time with a man. I mean, it's okay to take a friend to have a friend tag along. I'm totally with that, especially with the day and time that we live in. However, the purpose of your friend going out and being there with you, she's there to do surveillance. She's there for damage control if you need her. She's not there to be an added bill or an added responsibility for the dude that you don't even know. You're on a first date. Listen, you barely can get your meal paid. Why y'all testing these guys? Your meal, your bill is barely secure, and y'all want to come and bring somebody else. I don't understand what you all are doing. Please stop testing these guys. Stop testing their gangster, because you all can see that they are getting sick and tired of this, because already they feel as though, you're only going out on a date with them simply for something to eat. And I have to be honest, this is an example of one of those times that, you know what, I'm going to have to agree with them. I feel like this was definitely a situation in which the girlfriend said, "Girl, yeah, you come on over here. You just gonna be coming. You gonna be playing. You gonna be playing interference and everything. But he gonna pay for your meal and everything." Brother said, "Not so. You thought you had a sucker. Not tonight, baby girl. Not tonight. Find you another one, because guess what? It won't be me." And I'm not mad at that. Again, if you're going to take your friend out on a first date with you because you're not feeling comfortable, you want to, because again, I'm not against that. That should be necessary. You should have some steps in place so that you can keep yourself safe. So I'm agreeing with the fact that, you know what, listen, you have to be proactive, put some things in place so that you can be safe going out on these dates. I am a strong fan and supporter of that. However, you having your protection in place and your ducks in a row is not that brother's responsibility. Y'all should have had that figured out before she left the house. You should have knew already. Listen, I'm gonna pay for you. I'm gonna give you a few dollars because I know you're gonna be sitting up here in this restaurant, give you something to eat or whatever. Get you a little something to drink while you watch. Listen, don't get something to drink where you're gonna be tipsy and you're supposed to be here looking out for me and protecting me, and you sitting up here throwing shots back. Baby girl, that's not what I got you over here for. You are here to protect me, okay? You are here to look and watch and make sure. Because listen, if I do like this, I'd be like, woo! You already know what that means. If I say West Side, you already know what that means. You already know. We finna tear this whole restaurant up with this brother in it. We're gonna tear it up. That's what you there for. You not there to get drunk. You not there to, you're not there to even mingle with him. Again, he should not even know. Hey Cedric, how you doing? You said I can get her a drink, pop, or water, ain't buying her friend a meal. Again, Cedric, if she doing it right, you shouldn't even know that she there. You shouldn't even know that the friend is there, in my opinion. Hey, Leo, how you doing? You should never know that the friend is there. Again, back in the good days when the knees was real good, we could be over there scoping it out just like this, just waiting, just watching and waiting like, whoo, Cloud, you better keep your hands where I can see them. Don't make us come over this table, because if we got to come over this table, that's it. That's how it used to be. But now the friend want to show up. Girl, you better have him and get us something to eat. He better listen. Oh, he on some broke ninja ish. Girl, shut up. Girl, bye. I'm fellas, I'm with you all on this when they talking about some broke ninja ish. Listen, fellas, you have a friend in me. Okay, let me tell you, because if one more female say something about some broke ninja-ish, we're gonna start pulling people credit. That's what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna start pulling people credit, pulling their bank statements, and we're gonna see who really broke and what y'all really got going on. Since we want to call everybody out, we're gonna start doing some investigation of our own, because this is getting ridiculous. Again, have that ish, you have to have that planned. Again, he should never know. And fellas, because I'm sure you all do the same thing sometimes, especially depending on what city and state y'all in. Because listen, some of these chicks out there, listen, They listen, they are for the entire gutter, okay? But since they got a nice little BBL, one that don't smell, and the eyelashes are looking good, and it's everything is just pow, pow, pow. Something. Listen, fellas, now y'all know some of y'all fall for it. So y'all mess around and end up with the wrong chick, and she could possibly set you up. So listen, some of you all need to take a note, and have your boy come out and just watch and just make sure that it's really a chick that's coming that she really coming, that she by herself, and that she ain't got nobody waiting for you outside the restaurant when you all leave. So again, I just think that this could be a good method and a good precautionary, ideal if set up and if done right. But again, at no time is it this man's responsibility to buy your friend a meal. It's not even his responsibility to buy your meal. But that we're gonna talk about that tonight later on. This dating ish, who's responsible for what? But we know I think we can all agree that it is not his responsibility to sit there and buy your friend a meal. If you haven't her to come there, then you guys need to have that all worked out before she gets there. Before you all get there to the restaurant, you need to have that ish worked out, because it is not that man's responsibility to pay your friend's way and buy her a meal. Now listen, speaking of responsibility, you all, Texas is about to flip the script. So they're saying there's several articles that are saying Texas is passing a bill that will require fathers to pay pre-birth child support. Now, this is alleged. I've seen a few articles like this. I'm not sure if it's false news, but let's talk about it. How would you all feel if now they pass a law saying that, what, fathers are required to pay pre-child support pre-child support upon birth. So basically what they're saying is, upon conception, once it is confirmed that baby girl is pregnant, she can start collecting child support right there on site. Once she confirms that she's pregnant, she can go and file child support. What do you all think about that? What do you all think about that potentially being a law? This chick, she pregnant. She like, listen, I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna get child support. I'm gonna go ahead on. I'm 5 minutes pregnant. I'm gonna go ahead on and get this child support, because I gotta have my baby supported. The baby ain't even here. But it's being said that, that's a law that is passed in some states that, listen, upon she like, y'all just got through doing a horizontal mambo, baby. Your juice ain't even settled in her yet. And she gone down there to the child support office and go ahead on and told him, yeah, he the baby daddy, go ahead on. We can go ahead on and run this child support quick, fast, and in a hurry. What do you all think about that? I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out, how would that work? How does it, because here it's been a long time since I've been through the child support system and the process, but back then it took about 8-9 months before you got, a child support payment, going through the whole court process and things of that nature. It took a while. So I don't understand, how would they expedite this process if that was to be the case? Hey, pretty Tasha, how would they expedite that? Like, she's listen, the baby ain't even born. And then here's the thing, I would not be a supporter of a bill like that. And here's why. It's so much stuff that can happen in between the time of her, conceiving up into actual delivery. What if, unfortunately, God forbid, what if the baby doesn't make it? Now you on child support. Like, now what happens in that case? Does the man get back does he get reimbursed for his child support, that he's paid since the baby, the fetus didn't make it? Does he get reimbursed for that? Or do it say, you know what? Well, listen, It was his baby. He was on the line for it, so we don't do any give backs. Once we take your child support, once we take you down for child support, that's it. You've gone down for child support. You don't get anything back. You haven't even had a chance to have a DNA test, and you've been deemed the father, and they're taking child support for a child that first is not even here. You don't even know if it's yours. I for one, I would not be a fan of that particular law. I think that it's too many details, and it's too many things that could slip through the cracks that would have fathers in a very awkward position. So I wouldn't really be a fan of that, because it's too many loopholes in that. But what do you all think about that legislation and laws being passed saying that, what, upon conception, she's like, oh, yep, I'm pregnant. Let me go ahead on down here to child support court. Let me go ahead on and let me go run this check. What do you all think about that? Is that okay for her to do that? Like, okay, listen, she down there, she pregnant. You don't know if it's yours. You don't listen. You don't even know if your soldiers stood up, if they were for the task. You don't even know anything about that. All you know is that upon conception, she can go and file for child support in several states. What do you all think about that? What do you all feel, is that something that's done, and that's something that you could agree with? Leo, you're saying that's ludicrous. Cedric, you're saying, and that's without a paternity test. Absolutely. Listen, that's before the baby ain't even fully born. The baby don't have no arms, no legs, no, listen, it don't have a head, it don't have anything at this point. At this point, it's still a wet spot, but she can go and file child support and get on child support based off that wet spot. She can file child support. Is that, are you on board with that? Because again, as it's being said, it's ludicrous, absolutely. But we're living in a day and time that we have to be more careful, and we have to do better and protect I like to say this, we have to protect our own best interests. We can no longer point fingers and say this one is supposed to be responsible for it. This one is responsible. We can't keep going on like that. Hey Erica, how you doing? We can't keep going on like that. We can't keep pointing the finger at each other saying that, oh, it's her responsibility, it's his responsibility. If you don't want to end up in a situation, because today there are so many situations that people are getting caught up into, and you just don't want to be in that. So if you don't want to be in that type of situation, strap up for yourself. Ladies, pop the pills, do everything for yourself. Ensure not only that you're popping and taking the pill if you can, but make sure that he is strapping up as well, just so that you can protect your own best interest. Because you all, it's getting real out here. You got people, listen, fighting in the child support court. Listen, they sitting up here. This is why I'm like, here in Chicago, and I don't know if they still do it like that, but if you were not the parents, you could not go into the courtroom or the mediation room. You could not go in there, because that had nothing to do with you. Me and him laying down. Oh, ow, ow, ow. You don't know what was going on up in there. This was before you, or if he was cheating on you or whatever it is, you were not in there when we was doing what we was doing. So you don't need to be in the courtroom. And I'm a firm believer in that. If you are not the paternal parents, if you're not the parents, I don't think that step parents should be able to come to the courtroom, because first of all, it's already emotional enough as it is when you're just talking about child support. People are already up in arms. It's already so many, everybody is emotional. Everybody is in their feelings about the child support. The moment you mention child support, baby, everybody feels some type of negative way about it. So if you are not the biological parents, if none of your bodily fluids contributed to the making of that child, I don't think that you should be in the courtroom. I don't think that you have any say so. I don't think that you have any place in the courtroom when that is happening. Cedric, you're saying this is all a play for the government to get their 15% tax cut. Leo, you're saying you better strap up. Absolutely. It's so much. Again, this child support system, I really, here in Chicago, I can say I don't think that it favors men. It really does not favor men. And that's unfortunate because you do have a lot of good fathers and a lot of good dudes out here that are trying to take care of their kids. They, the situation didn't work out with him and the baby mama. Now she an ex. Now, she's mad because he's moving on and he wants to include his kids, but since she's big mad, she doesn't want to allow him to see his kids or have a relationship with his kids because he's moving on. So now she wants to go and put him on child support. And I think that that's very unfair. And I think that when mothers do that, I think that it's a grave disservice to the child. I think that the child is the only one that loses out in these type of situations because you're depriving the child from having a relationship with their father because the relationship with you all did not work out. And we've touched upon this before, but we have to definitely keep this in the forefront. Just because he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you does not mean that he doesn't want a relationship with his child or his children. So you have to allow the fathers to be in their children's lives. You have to allow them to have a relationship with them. You can say, oh, he not gonna be disappointing my baby. All he do is lie. Well, yeah, he could have been just lying to you. He could have been lying to you, but that doesn't mean that he's going to lie to his kids. You got to give him an opportunity to step up and be the father that he is supposed to be. Let him do that. You can't make a decision. Stop trying to make a decision for these fathers because the relationship ended with you all. Your relationship with him was just that. Your relationship. Listen, for all you know, you could have been thinking that you the main chick. Now you find out you the side chick, but you pregnant. Okay, listen, that's grown folks stuff. You have to settle that between you and him. And listen, I am not saying that that is easy because a lot of times, listen, it's a lot of hurt and there's a lot of disappointment and it's a lot of pain that takes place in these relationships. And you know what? Sometimes I'm going to be honest. A simple apology, fellas, a simple apology sometimes can go a long way, especially if you know that you are wrong, especially you have dogged her. See, I'm gonna tell you, women, we're not gonna get listen, we're not gonna get mad if it wasn't no foul stuff involved. These women, a lot of them have been dogged over, have been raked through the coals by you all, been lied to for years. And then you find somebody that you're ready to settle down with, which you are entitled to do that. But you can't act like she's going to forget all of the foolishness that you have put her through, all of the lies, all of the stringing her along. See, let's be honest. This is where that anger comes from. Should that prevent you from being able to be a father and be in your child's life? No, it should not. But let's stop acting like, oh, it's just these black women, they just crazy black. No, let's stop making it seem like it's crazy black women. No, it was some trifling ish going on. You got caught. Now You done found the one which you are entitled to do, and you ready to move on, which again, you are entitled to do. But you've left her shredded in pieces. Now, what is she supposed to do? So she's supposed to just get over it, right? She's supposed to pick up the pieces and act like all the lies that you've told her for all of these years, she's supposed to just act like none of that stuff existed. She's supposed to act like you didn't sell her any of those dreams. Now, you could be the type of dude that say, she grown. It ain't my fault she fell for that. It ain't my fault she fell for that. Well, is it not really? Are you not going to take responsibility for lying and leading her on? Are you not going to take responsibility? Are you not going to acknowledge why she's angry, or are you going to just try and act like she's just angry because that's just what Black women do? Black women are just bitter and they're angry for no reason. We're going to stop that. We are going to stop that because it's a shame, because all that happens is the kids end up getting hurt. So all I'm saying is, you know what? Sometimes a conversation, an apology can help go a long way. It's not going to make everything better. Okay. I'm going to tell you, it's going to take time. And you cannot go and throw all these new people in her face. It's going to take some time. But I do believe that a step in the right direction could come in the form of an apology, fellas. If if the relationship ended on some foul ish and you know you the cause of it. See, a lot of you all do this crazy stuff, and then when the relationship end and she is wrongly, I'm going to say wrongly, withholding your child, and now she's making it difficult for you to be a father. But come on, let's be real. Can we acknowledge for a minute, like, yo, you done pulled the whole rug up under her, from up under her feet. Not only did you leave her, but you left her with these kids. And now you all living it high, and she got to watch that. Does that have any, Jay, does that have anything to do with me being a father to my kids? No, it does not. Does that justify her from keeping me from seeing my kids, Jay? No, it does not. Jay, does it mean that she can give me a hard time every time I call and try to get my kids? No, it does not. But, Jay, should I at least attempt to apologize to her? Because I know that she's only acting like this 9 times out of 10 because I hurt her. Can we talk? We never talk about that part. That part is never talked about. We always look past the hurt that she may be going. I'm not going to say may. The hurt that she is going through. She done pushed out 5 of your babies. She done been with you for 9 years, and you have lied to her and strung her along for 9 years. Jay, I didn't make her stay. I didn't put no gun to her head. I didn't make her stay. You didn't make her stay? You gonna really stick with that lie? We gonna get married. I'm just not ready right now. Today, not the day. You don't call that making her stay? If you don't, listen, that's why you're going to always have the problems that you got, because you won't even own up to your ish. Now you done left her with all of these kids, which she laid down and had, so she don't get off the hook. Okay. But I'm just trying to tell you, fellas, where a lot of this anger is coming from. A lot of the stuff that is happening, which now it keeps you from being able to see your kids. Again, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just trying to let you know what's going on and why some of you all are in the situations that you are in. It's a lot to do with because of the way you did what you did. Now, some women are just like, you know what? Listen, It didn't work out. I can accept that. I can move on. I'm cool. I deal with it. Just don't say nothing to me. We can just co-parent and be that. Some women can suck it up, and some women are able to separate it. But for those that are unable to separate it, before you try any other methods and measures, try apologizing. Listen, I'm sorry things didn't work out. Whatever it is, whatever the case is, try that. Try apologizing, because again, she's not doing this just because, oh, I want to see him struggle. Like I say, most women, most mothers want you all to be there because listen, they still have to have a life. She still know now she got to go and find somebody that's going to be there with not only her, but all the kids that you done left her with. So a lot of women want these men, want you all fathers to be in their lives. But we let pride get in the way and we focus on everything about the relationship but what we're supposed to be focusing on, which is the kids. We're focusing on he did this to me, she did that, da 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 da, tit for tat, we focusing on all that. That's the big picture, and then the kids get caught in the middle. But who's focusing on the kids? Who's going to step up and take one for the team and say, you know what? I'm going to do this. This is for the kids. I'm going to do what I feel is best for the kids. I'm going to apologize, even though I don't think I was wrong. But you know what? My kids are worth me tucking my tail in and apologizing and taking one for the team. I don't care about, listen, okay, I'll give up my right for your wrong so that I can have a relationship with my kids. But a lot of us, we're so toxic. Listen, she don't want to take an apology and you doggone sure not giving one. So now here we are. The kids grow up with a dysfunctional relationship with the mother because they look so much like you. She mistreating them because she mad she can't get over the fact on how you left her. So these boys look just like you. So now she mistreating them because of the way you ended the relationship with her. And then they don't even have a relationship with you because she's still mad. She still got rocks in her jaws because of how the relationship ended and how you treated her. And now look, we have another generation of kids growing up, and what do? 9 times out of 10, they repeat the cycle that they were brought up in. So can we end that? Can we say, you know what, listen, I'm willing to do that because my kids are worth it. I'm willing to say, you know what, I apologize for whatever I've done to hurt you. I apologize. I just want to be there for my kids. I want to do whatever I can for my kids. Fellas, if she's not in the space right now to have somebody around her kids, y'all got to start respecting that. Y'all got to respect that. You could have been cheating with this woman for a whole year, and now you decide that you want to marry her. Okay, understand that's your right to do that, but you got to know how catastrophic that is and how damaging that is to the mother. Y'all got to start understanding the condition that you leave the mother of your kids is going to affect your kids. Your kids are going to be affected. You all have to understand that. She's their caregiver. So if she can't give them the care that they need because, oh my God, her heart is broken. Yes, she still has she got to muster up the strength to get over the heartache, to get over the pain, still be a mother and try to give the best that she has to y'all kids. But you got to understand that's not always easy. It's not. Again, I'm not making any excuses, but I am just trying to get you all to understand what the problem could be. I'm just trying to get you all to see how we can kind of start correcting this on a smaller level, how we can make some changes. And it has absolutely nothing to do with a judge or do with a courtroom. These are things that we can start doing on our own if we want to take that type of responsibility. But again, I know everybody is not going to do that. Cedric, you're saying it's a two-way street. He didn't conduct himself as a grown man and use protection. And she kept coming, opening them thighs in bust down mode. You're also saying nobody wins and the only person who loses is the kids. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. The kids are definitely the only ones that lose. But I'm not gonna agree with the bust down mode, because how was she bust down if she's thought she was in a relationship with him and now he's moved on because now he was cheating or whatever it is. He's moved on and he's found someone else. Now she's making, and this is unbeknownst to her. She thought that they was in a relationship. Well, she was in a relationship and he was still looking. And now he's found who he was looking for. And now it's a toxic in a horrible or hurtful situation. Now she's hurt. Now, out of hurt, she's lashing out at you because she knows you care about your kids. Now you can't see your kids because of what you did to her. Jay, that ain't right. Absolutely, it's not right. I'm not saying it's right. Again, I'm just saying, let's acknowledge some of the reasons why some men are having a hard time being able to see the kids. Let's acknowledge some of the reasons why some of these baby mamas are keeping the fathers out of the kids' lives. Again, I am not saying that is not right. That is not the route to go. You should not be withholding and making it impossible for a father to be in their children's lives at all. I don't care what there are some reasons. If they're not physically abusive to the kids and they are not doing anything to put the kids in harm's way, then they should be able to have a relationship with their kids. If things did not work out with you all and it ended on a sour note for you all, that's something totally different. And that should not have any bearing on the man being able to be a father to his children. I'm simply bringing this up so that some of you fathers can understand why you are having a hard time with the mother of your kids. It's not all because all these black women, they just trying to be all, man, they always so mad and bitter. Wait. So you mean to tell me that you got into a relationship or you started messing around with a black woman that was always mad and bitter? No. Come on, let's listen. Be honest. Come on, take some accountability on what happened to make her that way. See, she just didn't wake up overnight and say, oh, I'm gonna be mad and bitter at everybody. No, no. Oftentimes there is some trifling behavior. There's some chronic trifling behavior that has contributed to the changing of the attitude. The attitude does not just change. She wake up, oh, I hate men. I'm going to give him a hard time. He can't be a daddy to his kids. No. Oftentimes, there is trifling behavior after trifling behavior that has contributed to this foolery. All I'm saying is, if you know there was some trifling behavior on your part as a father and you want to have a relationship with your kids, as I said, I would try. I'm not saying that this is guaranteed to work, but I feel like a lot of times it could be a step in the right direction. That apology could be the difference between you being caught up in years and years of child support versus you and her being able to work something out because you took the time to acknowledge her feelings. You took the time to acknowledge what you did. You took the time. Because here's the thing, if you all broke up because she was cheating, trust me, she not finna be mad. She's not holding them kids against you because she got caught cheating. She's not. She's not. She gonna accept. If you don't take her back, then she knows that's on her. Like, man, I messed up. She's not. A lot of times in those situations, she's not withholding the kids from seeing you. She's not, because she know she got caught. She messed up. So when she messed up, I can't see how can she logically, she mess up the relationship and then she tell you you can't see the kids. Fellas, drop some of those. Tell me some of those situations where the baby mama, she done messed up, the relationship is over, and she's keeping you from seeing the kids because she messed up, the relationship is over, and she still won't let you see the kids. I'm not aware of any situations. So help me. I'm not being biased, but I really truly want to know what are some things that she has done that caused the relationship to end. I understand that. It's plenty of things. And let me say it in context. There are plenty of things that she will do, that a woman can do, that will cause the relationship to end. We can agree on that. What I want to know is, what can she do that the relationship will end and she has a right to be mad, and then she gonna keep your kids from you? I can't see what, I don't know a situation where that would happen. The situations that I see that are often common, and I'm not saying that this is an impossible situation, because you do have some women that the elevator just does not go all the way up. Those women are out there. I think that they are far and few in between, but there are some women, it's just because you ain't gonna be able to see your kid because I want to make it hard for you. And so you do have a few of those trickled out there. But I believe, and somebody tell me if I'm wrong, I believe for the most part, fellas, it was some foolishness on your part that has ticked her off, and now she's using the kids as a weapon. Again, I don't think that that is the right thing to do. I am not on board with that. I am not a fan of that. I am not a fan of using these kids as a means to hurt either parent. I'm not a fan of that. What I'm saying is, let's get to the bottom. Let's try to address some of this hurt. Let's try to address some of this disappointment, because it's a lot of hurt. It's a lot of disappointment out there. We are going through so many things. The last thing we need to do is to continuously hurt each other. And this, to me, I think that there's a way you can break up without like mentally tearing each other down. Like, our breakups have to be so catastrophic. Like, breakups are not even like, we're not sitting down and telling a person, you know what, listen, I don't want to be, I don't want to do this anymore. We're not even having conversations. Like, we don't even respect people's feelings. People are just, you can be with somebody 2 years and they'll up and ghost you. Like, we just wasn't talking every day, like 2 years seeing each other. Wait, what? So I don't deserve a phone call. I don't deserve a funky email or a text message saying that, you know what? I just don't want to do this anymore. It's not working. We are not a good fit, whatever the case is. So it's a lot of low budget, immature things that are being done, and nobody is willing to step up and say, you know what, listen, I apologize. Cedric, you're saying I call cap. What you call cap on? Nobody is stepping up. I mean, again, I do think that, listen, we all have, if the relationship is not working, I'm never telling anybody to stay in a situation that you're not happy in, stay in a situation that does not work for you. I'm never saying that. What I'm saying is, like, do we have to emotionally dismantle people just because we're done with the relationship? That's what a lot of the problems is. So it's like, now hurt people hurt people. So now we sitting up here, we're putting all this heartache and pain and all these toxic, energies and toxic situations in people. And then now they're going back out there. Now you looking crazy when you run across somebody that does the same thing to you, because look at what you're putting out there. So let's start breaking up in a healthy way. Like, there's a healthy, like, just say something. You don't have to entertain all the questions back and forth, back and forth. But dang, like, some of these people, you be like, woo, child. Leo, what are you talking about? You said we're not making love no more. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Cedric, you're saying, oh, and Leo, you also saying, ain't no apologies. Cedric, you're saying, but I completely understand your point of view, though. Well, I just want, again, this is just so that some fellas can try to understand why this could be going on. I'm not saying this is always 100%, but I'm willing to bet it's more than 50 or 60% of the reason why you having a problem with her. You not just having a problem with her just because she just woke up and decided she just want to give you a hard time. You getting a hard time for a reason. And a lot of guys, and I can understand. I don't care why she feel like that. I don't care. Well, that shouldn't really be your train of thought. If you leaving kids with her, you should care. If you're leaving children in her care, you should care about her frame of mind. You should care about how she's feeling. You should care about her mental and her emotional well being. You should care because your children depend on her. Your children are in her care. So if she's not doing well, then guess how that affects your child or your children? It definitely affects them. Lawan, you're saying that back and forth tires and wears you out. And I'm not saying go back and forth. What I'm saying is have a conversation. Now you know what it is. Now, whether that person accepts it or not, that's entirely up to them. But at least you did not leave them in a catastrophic state. And again, let's be honest, like, guys, it's not, what do you all think about this? Do you think it's easy to break up with someone and move on? I mean, for, like, especially depending upon how long you've been in that relationship, do you all think, what are y'all thoughts and y'all experiences on breaking up with someone? How long does it take for you to move on? And are you able to just jump back out there? And if you are a jovial or a social person, are you able to just jump back out there? Or do you have to take some time and, like, process this issue? Just like, yo, especially if you love that person and you didn't see the breakup coming, you all, like, that ish is not easy to deal with at all. Like, listen, breaking up, if you love somebody and you in it can be stressful. It can be so stressful, and it can affect you physically. Like, listen, headaches, you can't sleep, you can't eat, got mood swings, all this stuff. And if you leaving kids in that presence, guess what? Your kids are going to catch the brunt of that because you're not there. You're not there to go back and forth with. As one person said, you're not there so that she can go back and forth with. So guess who? A lot of times, and I don't think that it's intentional, but it's stressful. You've put all that stressful ish out there. Now, not only does she have to deal with the breakup, but now she has to deal with being a single parent. And oh, God forbid if you bring The chick that done caused the breakup, you have just brought the match to the gasoline that was already lying down. You bring that chick over there, that is the match that will blow everything up. But then y'all sit like some sitting ducks. I wonder why she mad. I don't understand why she mad. She don't have reasons to be. She didn't have to do all that. She didn't have to say all that. Wait, what? So she just done turned into the exorcist on you for no reason. Cause she ain't have to do all that. She ain't have to. I'm not saying that it's justified. I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is I understand. I understand, like I said, being in a broken-hearted state of mind is not an easy thing. Cedric, you're saying a month. A month for how long? Man, I done been out of commission. Listen, baby, I remember I have been out of commission for a year and a half, just over some crazy stuff. You just like, yo, like for real, straight up, like this how you are? This what you was about? This what you thought? So I disagree. Unless you was talking to that person for less than 6 months, then maybe I could say a month, 2 months to get over a relationship or to get over a breakup. But I ain't never listen. I don't like dating. That's one of the reasons why I don't like dating, because that recovery time. Who got time to be sitting up here nursing a heartbreak? I, look, baby, listen. Look, that's why I'm like, I have an open door policy. Let's check in with each other. If this is not where you are, if you not feeling this, you say something so we can go ahead on and we can part ways before I start catching feelings, because now I'm catching feelings. Now I'm gonna have to be on the sick and the shut in. Now I'm gonna have to be on the recovery list because you trifling, and I was trying to get you to tell me that you was trifling. And if you want to have trifling ways, it's okay. Go take that over there. But I have listened. Have you all ever bounced back from a relationship breakup after some foul bogus stuff in a month? Baby, I wish I could. A month would be a blessing. Like, woo, child, like, woo, okay, I'm back in the game, y'all. This is some bull junkie, but I'm like, baby, it would take me a little bit of time. I'd be like, I ain't gonna even lie, honey. I am still scorned. I'm mad. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm angry. I know I had got in moods like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not ready to socialize right now, because see, I just may end up just knocking the water out of you just because you a man, and I just was having flashbacks because I don't know where he is, so I can't take it out on him. It be real like that. So if you don't want that type of bad karma and bad energy, I'm just like, listen, let's start being straight up with people. Like, if it's over, it's over. But I will say this seriously, be mindful on how you all are ending these relationships with the mothers of your kids. And then if you ladies, if you leaving the kids, if you want to be out of a relationship, be mindful how you end the relationships, because you all still have to be able to co-parent. You all still have to be able to get along. You all should still be able to go to the school meetings, the PTAs, you know, help your children lead as much of a positive life as possible. I mean, it's already got a negative strike against it because you all are not together. So at least do your part, both of you all, and try to be there for your child, and try to put all of your personal feelings, try to put that ish behind, and focus on what is best for the kids. Now, listen, speaking of focusing on what is best, what do you all think about this? This guy, he's saying that, listen, in his household, and I'm like this, I'm a firm believer, different strokes for different folks. Everybody's household cannot operate the same way. But this man is saying, listen, this is how me and my boo in our household, this is how we cover our bills. This is how we do what we do to make our household work. This is what we do. So he says that if he pays the rent, she's paying the light bills. If he pays the car note, then she's paying the car insurance. If he is buying the groceries, then she's cooking. So he's saying that, listen, whatever it is, I'm contributing, she's contributing something as well. So I'm not sure if you all, is that considered 50-50, or listen, is that the way it's supposed to be? Or are we expecting a lot of women today expecting to just sit at home and the man contributes everything? And if you're working, you keep everything to yourself. Now, I'm like this: whatever works for your household. There is not a one size fit all. Some men don't want their wives to work. Some men don't. They really don't. They don't mind providing for the family, providing from the house for the household entirely. They don't mind that. But one size does not fit all. Like, it's different strokes for different folks. Everybody is not in position to have that type of setup. I mean, because listen, let's be honest, things are freaking expensive. You got eggs, a dozen of eggs. Listen, it's $1,000 for a doggone dozen of eggs. Oh man, it feels like it's $1,000 for just a dozen of eggs. So, is it really realistic to sit here at this point in time and say, you know what? If he can't take care of me and pay all of my bills, I don't want him. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. But again, it depends on that particular relationship. It depends upon that man. I mean, it depends on the woman. It depends on that particular relationship. So I don't think that there's a one size fit all, because some people are great with 50-50. Some people are great with, listen, I'm going to contribute. Listen, my guy is contributing all of this, and I got my part. I do this, and this. This is my contribution to the household. And I think that whatever is being done, as long as it's being done in togetherness, and this is what we both agree on, how we're going to run our household and how our family is going to work and how our household is going to run, I really don't think that it matters what anybody else thinks about what your setup is, because again, what works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. The important thing is that everybody has to find what works for them, and it'll be fine. But you can't, these are things that I believe that should be talked about up front, because if you are a woman and you're with a man, and listen, you're bringing some kids from a previous relationship, and you get this guy and he doesn't have any kids, or you're bringing 3 kids to the relationship and he's bringing 1 kid, so now you guys are looking forward to having a blended family and things of that nature. I will be honest, I think that it's a little premature to think that, you can bring 4 people to a situation and expect 100% you don't have any financial responsibility. I don't think that me as a woman, I wouldn't be comfortable with that, because me personally, I don't like feeling like I owe somebody something, or like somebody is doing something for me, like you got the upper hand. I've never liked that feeling like you got the upper hand on me, and if I wasn't taking care of her, she wouldn't be taking care of. Oh, baby, listen, wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. I look, I have no problem with paying my way, none whatsoever. But some people, they don't have a problem with that. Girl, he finna do this and he better do this and he better. I'm just saying, if you bring in 3 kids and yourself to a relationship, I think it's unrealistic for you to expect somebody that did not contribute to making those 3 kids that you bring to the table to expect them to pay 100% for taking care of you and your children. How you doing, Irene, on YouTube? How you doing? I think that it's unrealistic to think that that is his responsibility. If he chooses to, the more the merrier. But you're bringing 4 and he's bringing 2, and you holler, I don't go 50-50. If a man can't 100% take care of my bills, and then listen, fellas, leave her over there so she can take care of 100% of the stuff that she have to take care of yourself or on your own. Because for me, I'd be like, listen, he's saying 50-50, baby, that is a blessing because I'm over here paying a 100-100. So if he can take 50% off of me, do you know how much what I can do with the extra 50% of everything that I'm saving? But people don't think like that. Like, we're so used to, I mean, we've gotten it to a point where we will just blurt out all this ish that we see on social media and think that that is supposed to apply to everybody's lifestyle. And again, like, a lot of this stuff is just ridiculous and unrealistic. Like, if you are coming to the table with no kids and he's coming with no kids, I still, and we're looking forward to being together and we're looking forward to building something in today's day and time. Like, both hands on deck. Both hands will make the situation better. Both hands, we're going to be able to get to our goals and our dreams quicker. I'm over here grinding it out. You grinding it out. Man, listen, we about to build an empire. But we don't have that type of mentality. We have the I want this, I want that. Why? Did your people drop you on your head when you were a baby? Did you just knock your head against the door when you came in here? Listen, go knock it up against the door again so that you can unrattle some of this foolery that you're blurting out, because it's crazy. Today, we have to listen, the 97% of us, we have to work and contribute something. At some point, we have to contribute. Like Leo said, he says, everybody got to contribute. Myron is saying, if people are destined to be alone, let them. I don't think that has nothing to do with people being destined to be alone. I think that it has everything to do with people sitting down and having a conversation and respectfully leaving people where they are. So if you are the man and you're like, listen, I need you to contribute. We have to do this, this, and this. And you meet a lady and she's like, well, I don't believe that I should contribute. I believe that men should take care of women. Now, this could be a lady that has kids or don't have kids. It doesn't matter. I know a lot of cases, some people, in a lot of cases it does. But in this particular case, it's just a woman that says, you know what? I don't believe in contributing, versus a man that believes that it should be 50-50. Well, sir, you have to respectfully leave her right there so that she can find somebody that's going to give her what she desires, and then you find somebody that you desire. So I don't think that either parties are wrong. You will not be right for each other, because core values and core things that mean something to you it doesn't mean anything to them. You guys are not on one accord when you're talking about the type of relationship and the type of family that you're striving to build. You guys don't have the same goals and the same values. And again, when was the last time that you heard somebody mention the 2 things that I just said, goals and values? When do you ever hear that coming up in a conversation when we're talking about relationships, when we're talking about marriages? This ish never comes up. But the 50-50 conversation always comes up. I ain't paying this conversation. That ish always comes up. You know why? because it's coming up on the back end now that it's a problem. But if we nip it in the bud and address it in the beginning, I think a lot of these conversations would be obsolete, because here it is. I know what you think. I know what you feel. I know how you feel about this situation. So now I'm out. And here's a perfect example on situations that happen up front that lets you know what? This ain't the chick. I will not be seeing her again. This lady, the guy is saying, my first time linking with her and she want me to pay her bills. See, that right there, fellas, is a prime example, and it's a blessing. And I'm going to tell you why it's a blessing. Because, see, she did it up front. So now you can leave her there. You can leave her in the land of delusion and let somebody else come. But listen, that was a free get out of jail free card, because she played her hand up front. See, I can always respect and appreciate people like this. Am I mad at her? Absolutely not. Fellas, should you be mad at a female that does this? No. Just get out of there. Just know this is not the chick for you. Be glad that she showed this ish on the first date, opposed to now she done snatched your soul. Now she's telling you this. Now you stuck because you like, man, I don't like, she was real good. Like, man, that thing she did with her tongue and her throat, like, yo, I never had anybody to do that before. And I like it and I want her to do it again. She done already told you what she thinks about the bills. So now this is where you all get stuck at. Because now you want to say that she wrong, but you're sticking around for it. You know why you sticking around for it? Because again, you like that thing that she does with her tongue and how she does with the back of her throat. You like that. You don't like the fact that she wants you to pay all her bills. So you ain't stepped away from the situation. You don't like it, but you there because you gonna try to experience that for as long as you possibly can. And then that's when you guys end up running into a problem with, because now this ends up being the chick that you end up getting her pregnant. And then you go and talk about some, I ain't want no kids and this. Listen, why would you even pass go? You had the perfect get out of jail free card. The perfect get out of jail free card. But since you like that thing that she do with her tongue, now look at you. Now look at you. So now, can you really be mad at her? I don't think so, because she told you what it was. You thought that you were going to be able to be slick and get past it. And now look. Now you stuck with somebody that expects you to pay all their bills, and you wasn't on board with that, but now you stuck. And then the next situation, similar situation. Lady goes on a date. They're at the grocery store for whatever reason, and she's expecting him to buy groceries for her household. So he gets mad. He's like, I'm not buying groceries for your household. Is this man wrong for that? No, he's not. Again, here's another perfect blessing from above, another get out of jail free card. Because now, Jay, why is that a get out of jail free card? Because they're showing you who they are up front. That it doesn't get any better than that. Show me who you are up front. Show me the real you. I can respect that. Show me the butthole that you are. Show me all of that ish so I can make an informed decision. See, how a lot of us waste our time is because people show only their representative. You're not going to show me how big of a butt wipe you are. You're not going to show me that. But these ladies did. So be grateful when you see that and run. Don't walk. Don't backpedal. Run. Run up out of there. Save yourself. Save your money. Save all of that. And guess what? You will be perfectly fine. But the problem comes in that is now she done told you what she want. She done told you what she expect. And now you going to try to go back and forth with her about what you not going to do, but you stuck around for it. Like you stuck around for it. Like literally, fellas, these new people today, they are giving you everything that you need to either make a decision on whether you should leave or whether you should stay. We just have to stop trying to take that chance and say, you know what, well, I'm gonna try to put the schlong dong on her, and I'm gonna try to knock that thought up out there, sir. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And fellas, I have a little secret to tell y'all. What you won't do is it, and I don't want to be cliche, but it's so true. Like what you won't do, the reason that they're asking and doing this stuff is because they know it's somebody out there that will do it. So if not you, okay, no love lost, no sleep lost, but it will be somebody else. So it's just like, you know, be thankful when you see something like this up front. Now that tells you a lot about her. And again, I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm not going to say it's good. I'm going to say at least you get to see who you're dealing with, and then you can make an informed decision on if this is something that you want to deal with or do you want to continue to move around with. The problem comes in that when a lot of you all see this and you choose not to move around, she shouldn't even be like that. No, sir, you shouldn't have stuck around. You sticking around, she done already told you. And ladies, vice versa. If he's telling you he don't pay bills and he don't this and he don't that, and if that's not something that you're looking for, why stick around in that type of situation? Why stick around? You have to find somebody that is going to be on one accord with what it is that you desire and what your goals are for a relationship. Now, listen, speaking of goals and roles, now listen, this guy wants to know, is he wrong if he can't tell that your daughters are underage when they approach her because of the way that they are dressed? This older dog wants to know, is he wrong for approaching your underage daughter because of the way that she's dressed, because he can't tell how old she is by the way that she's dressed? So is a man wrong for not being able to tell a young lady's age, a young girl's age? Let's say maybe she's 14 or 15, but baby, she built like she 21 years old. And not only she built like she 21, she dressed like she 31. This man wants to know, am I wrong for approaching her? By looking at her, I can't tell that she is 15 years old, 16 years old because of how she's dressed. Am I wrong for approaching her? What do you all think about that? Because here's the deal, sir, you are wrong. You are wrong as the chicks that's out here getting these excessive BBLs. You are wrong. Jay, why am I wrong? Here's why you're wrong, sir. Because, yes, by approaching her, you're right, approaching her, you might not be able to tell her age. Have a conversation with her and you're gonna be able to tell her age. So I'm not going with that. Well, she looked like she was 18 and she looked like she was 20, and you didn't have a conversation with her. Her conversation didn't tell you that she was born in the 2000s and you was born in the 70s and the 60s. Her conversation didn't tell you that. Listen, I'm going to tell you. The one question you can ask today, as if you are an older man and you have been in this situation and you want to know the one surefire way, the one question that you can ask and you can tell what her age is. Ask her, who is her favorite artist? If the girl tells you somebody that you ain't little slappy somebody and you ain't even never heard of them, turn around, sir. Keep moving. This is not the ride for you. This is you're old behind. You're too old for this ride right here. Ask her what her favorite artist is. What is her favorite song? When she tells you something, you like, what? Who is that? Don't even worry about it. Don't wait for an explanation. Just go. Just know that, yes, you are too old for that. Okay. You're too old. Yes, you are. See, you want to make it seem like, oh, well, you know what? Well, she shouldn't have been dressed like that, and she was dressed like she was. Yes, she was. Yes, and I don't condone it. I don't agree with it. But listen, all this stuff that they putting in this milk and this food is making these young ladies just pop, 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 just in all the right places. And some of the parents, I'm gonna agree, some of the parents don't help because they buy them the small everything that shows every and any. Listen, between me and thee, they show everything. So I'm with you there. The approach. But when you ask that question, and even the way they talk, sir, it's so many other dead giveaways that is going to tell their age today. Now I could give it a little slack from yesterday because coming up, it was a little bit more pizzazz and that little slick, the intellect, it was just a different type of intellect yesterday than it is today. I'm not listen, it's a difference. That's all I'm going to say is there is a difference. There's a huge age gap. There's a huge conversation barrier between somebody that was born in the 60s and the 70s versus somebody that was born in 2000. It's a huge conversation. Listen, if you're an uncle or a father, a brother, if you just out in the world, if you just listening to the radio, if you're just watching TV, you know that there's a huge conversation difference. I almost want to say it's a language barrier because some of the ish that these young people say today, oh, she cooked that. She ate that. I'm like, cooked what? Who cooking? Ate what? And why y'all ain't shared with me? You know? So I'm going to tell on my own self. How come, listen, who cooked? The girl told me that, oh, she cooked that. Cooked? Who cooking? I don't smell nothing cooking. And why y'all ain't ask me what I want to eat? Auntie, it means that they like she did. I'm like, oh God, are you serious? See how easy it is? So I know if I'm a woman and an aunt and a mom and a sister and just somebody that's just out in the community and I hear and see things, sir, we're not going. We're not going to let you slide with the, you know what? It's just I I didn't know how old she was just based upon how she was dressed. I didn't know, sir. You will not get a free pass to be a geezer. We will not give you a free pass to be a geezer. You do not pass go, and we are not going to play these games with you. Yes, she could be, again, I'm not going to dispute with you. They are, listen, these bodies are just like, you be like, dang, I've said it myself as a woman. I'm like, God dog. And then you turn around. Now, some of them have these grown women bodies, but then they have the little baby faces, and then they voice. Their voice tells, so, sir, no, we're not giving you a pass, sir. You do not get a pass to be a dirty old geezer, because if I catch you around sniffing around one of mine, we gonna have to listen, you ain't gonna have to worry about the baby being yours going up into labor and delivery. They gonna be wheeling you out to the orthopedic unit. That's what's gonna be happening to you. But parents, this is a valid question, and it definitely should put something on our minds so that we can, say, listen, I want my daughter, because if this man had a question about it, thankfully he asked the question. What about all those predators that are really out there looking at your little babies, and you're letting them dress any old type of way? Jay, they don't make nothing that fit her size, and she can't listen. If they don't make shorts to fit her size, then she don't need no shorts on. Because if all that, you got the whole, baby, you got the whole ching and chong hanging out them Daisy Duke shorts on. She don't need to have those on. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to dress unfashionable until we can, because I would rather to have you not dressing with the fashion and be safe, opposed to you're dressing older than you are and you getting all the wrong attention. I mean, these folks are snatching these young girls up left and right. And I don't want you in position where you're putting yourself in position to get snatched up. I mean, it's already dangerous to just be walking outside alone. But you gonna give them something to gawk at? Not no. No, we're not doing it. So listen, again, today we're not living in a day and time where modesty is even something that we're trying to, like, nobody is dressing modestly. Like, we don't want to, we got to show, baby. We got to show everything, because we finna get these likes, we finna get these shares, we finna get all these, baby, we finna go viral, we finna do all that. So listen, that's what everything is about: attention, 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 attention. But at no time is it okay for you to see a young lady and then you don't follow through. If you have, listen, your skin should start crawling if you approach her. I just can't see how you're not gonna know. You approach her and you say something. It's Liddy. Wait, what? Don't wait for an answer. Just turn around and go. Is she too young? Turn around and go. Any question, when is your birthday? Ask that. Listen, most of them, they got to break out and start counting on their fingers. They don't know. That lets you know. This is not the tree for you. This is not the party where you want to jump up on this. This is not something that you want to be a part of. So it's so many other signs that let you know that you're dealing with somebody that is too young for your dusty behind. So you need to keep it moving. So we are not going to go there and condone you with she's too young, and well, she was dressed like that and I didn't know that she was, yeah, dirty old geezer. We are not going with that. Now listen, speaking of, we are not going with that, is modern love broken? Dating in 2025. We're going to explain that. Is modern love broken? Guys, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we're going to get into it. Is modern love broken? Because, see, some of y'all doing a little bit too much. But we're going to get into it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Yes. Listen, you all.
Come on for you. We love you for you. Come on for you.
Yes, guys. Listen, we're about to get into it. It's modern love. Bro, you know, some of these people are.
Let me tell you now. Oh, the Congo
We will see. I think I got it right. I'm a pro. I'm officially a pro.
Dancing in my blood.
Oh, wait.
In the African way. That's so much I can share. Congo girl, come on for you. Self me love you for true. Congo girl, come on for you. Self it, do what jamming for true. Congo girl, come on for you. Self me love you for true. Congo girl, come on for you, ayy. Spirit out on the run. Can't talk what you don't know. Don't jump in me so. Now we'll see what we go do. Warrior to me heart. Vibrate like a jump from start. All the Congo no ma. The energy like a workout art. Congo girl, come on for you.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to our channel there. That's the J Spot Radio. Go to our Facebook page, like and follow us there, the J Spot. Go to Instagram, follow us there, the J Spot, Jaye. All three. Listen, turn on notification bells for all platforms. Boop, boop, boop. It's just me, you all. Sitting next to me, we have esthetician.
Hey.
Chandler.
Oh.
Mother of a group of cool dudes.
Hey, y'all.
And a little lady.
Me too. Whoa.
Lady Lotus. How's it going?
Girl, if I had a car where you could just pick the wheels up and just drive over like on the Jetsons. Traffic was horrible today.
Was it?
Is it a game or something I don't know about?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not
really. If y'all just, pick it up on Thursdays. Pick it up.
Yes.
Pick it up.
Well, listen, you all. Listen, we are back and we are about to get into our topic for tonight. Is modern love broken? Dating in 2025. That's it. It's just that quick. Just dating. Lord, if you are out here, listen, you got the chant, you got to do everything.
You got the sage, purge, woo.
What's the Palo Santo sticks?
Palo Santo, that's
you
sage.
You have to.
I don't think Palo Santo is strong enough. Y'all need sage.
Listen, we have to spray out these bad spirits because
it's just a Florida water.
It's so much foolery going on in these dating streets too. It's just like whoa, and whoa. So first of all, let's talk about what is dating, okay? According to an online source, dating is a stage of romantic relationships whereby two people meet socially with the aim of assessing each other's suitability as a prospective partner in an intimate relationship or marriage. It is a form of courtship consisting of social activities done by the couple, either alone or with others. I'd like to call it the sorting process. That's just what I'd like. Me personally, I like to call dating the sorting process. But here's the thing. I would advise you to ask the person that you're dealing with what their definition of dating is, because nowadays everybody has a different definition of dating. And listen, the pool has been tainted. You have to make sure that you all are on one accord, that your definition of dating aligns with their definition, because I just read what the online source says. But see, there's somebody out there that has a totally different definition of dating. And I want to make sure that I'm aligned with somebody that believes what I believe. Even if our definitions are a lie, I need to make sure that we are on the same page.
We on the same page.
What do you think about that, Lady Lotus?
I don't know nothing about dating. I've never really dated. It's usually like you just stuck with me, sir. It's me and you, and then I find out it wasn't me and him. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to go through. Well, I did have a few summers. I don't really know. I know now I don't want to do it in 2025.
Oh, you don't.
If I get let loose, I'm just gonna be loose, honey. Cause
So they're asking us to define modern dating. So listen, modern, what they're saying is it's where you have to you have to define everything. Don't assume too much. Don't assume that y'all like, you like each other and y'all in a relationship. Don't assume that. The stuff that you've grown accustomed to, how men and women should date and interact with each other out here, it's changed. Don't assume. So whatever you were accustomed to, especially if you 30 and up, 35 and up, the old school ish, oh, you can forget about that. Oh, it's a whole new ball game over here. When a person is done talking to you or they don't want to be bothered with you anymore, back in the day, they'll tell you, all right, that's why I don't mess with your crank anyway. You loser, lose my number. At least you got anymore. They don't do that, baby. You just get straight ghosted, never again heard from. You like, what happened to Sheila? I ain't heard from. Look like week. They go by 2 days, week, month, 2. Like, whatever happened to Sheila?
Fell off the face of the earth.
And then you get a notification on your phone. She posted up with her new boo. Like, wait, what? Like, when did this happen? So everything that is going on today. Oh,
you don't get the memo anymore.
You don't. Ladies, don't expect for a man to pay for your date, because again, you got to see if he's you have to see if he's one of those men that feel like I shouldn't be paying for your date. That is modern dating. Listen, make no assumptions about anything. Don't even assume y'all together. When he say y'all see, you got to take it a step further. Are we in a relationship together? Yes.
And what does that mean to you?
How many people are in this relationship? Is it just you and I, or are you in a relationship with me right now because we together? But then you got a little something else cooking on the side.
I need you to define what relationship means to you, sir. We need a definition on everything.
It's too much.
Are we dating or are we just like mingling? Because I think it's still a mingling before you even could say we dating. We just mingling.
It's mingling.
We're networking.
That's
we're networking right now.
You have to. I'm like, you can't just go. It used to be a time where you were able to just, you meet somebody and you just like, oh man, this could be my person right here. You don't have to worry about all of the extra.
It just seemed difficult now. It's too much. It's like everything else. You got to think about what you say before you say it. You can't say this because you're going to offend somebody. Don't do this because you're going to offend that group of people. Now you want to date and you just got to go through it. Like, I don't want to do it.
And it's a lot. It can be definitely a lot because, again, when it's so many people and it's so many games on both sides. I'm not going to just pinpoint and say that it's men. It's so many games on one side, but it's like things have definitely changed today. And I don't think that it's a change for the better, because it's like with so much stuff going on, everybody is defensive now. Everybody is in
sensitive,
protective mode. You have to listen. Today, you used to only have to protect your heart. Baby, you got to protect your sanity today. You got to
protect your soul and your spirit.
Because baby, these folks will come with some foolishness, and you like, wait, what just happened? Now, Pretty Tasha, she's saying exactly, Sister J. That is what I be saying. I will have to confirm to see if the guy is on the same page as me. Is he looking for something serious so there won't be no misunderstanding? You can ask him, listen, is he looking for something serious? But I will also say, are you looking for something serious with me? Because they could be looking for something serious, baby, but you not who they looking for something serious with. So they'll have you because you're right there and you're now for them to entertain you, to entertain them, but they're still looking.
They still playing.
They still playing the field. They still interviewing.
Sowing royal oats.
You dirty bastards.
Just out here dipping and diving.
All over the
type
place.
Of sauces.
All over the place. So I'm like, today with dating, I would just almost say, listen, like, don't even expect to be in a committed relationship. Like, I would just, it's so hard.
If you're not a people person and you can't, somewhat kind of read energies, it don't make no sense. You ask that, read energies and read the room, because you can ask all these questions. You can. I have laid down the law. Like I have said, this is what's going on in my life right now. I'm not looking for woo wop the bam. Do you agree with this? And it's like we both supposed to be on the same page, but Shawty came back and was like, yeah, my wife found out about us. Excuse me, come on, say it again. Said, pardon me. And then gonna say we are gonna have to find another way to see each other because she also took the car. First, second, third, fifth to the 10th commandment of all. I didn't sign up for that. And the other part of it is I will never want to see you again. If you see me on the street, act like we never knew each other. Sir, walk past me because I will scream to the top of my lungs, cheater, adultery, bastard, stay away from him, dirty dog,
you lawyer,
son of a biscuit. And we had this conversation.
It's like conversations.
And I still don't get it. I still don't know how it happened. Like, I was watching. I was paying attention. I was looking for the red lights to come on. No, I don't want to date. I don't want to be a part of the community anymore.
Like dudes, like some of these dudes lie for no reason. I had this dude. I'm like, so what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to be in a relationship? Or are you just trying to just see me? I'm fine with whatever you want to do. I'm fine with it. At this point, I didn't have a preference. So I'm like, I'm open to exploring a relationship, or I'm open to still just be dating or going out, which even I don't be doing all that dating, but I said I'm open to still dating. So you can feel free to do you, and I don't have to worry about, if I'm going to get cheated on or get my feelings or get invested in a situation.
I feel like that's
we in a relationship. I want to be in a relationship with you.
You just want to hold on to me.
Then you turn out, then you lie and cheat. Then I catch you in the lie, you cheat. I'm just like, yo, like it did, like, fam. Now I gotta start talking all hood to you. I'm like, Joe, you didn't even have to do, like, I'm just like.
It seemed like the more you try to have a conversation and the more you try to be upfront and honest, it's like you just threw hot poop in my face, because didn't we sit and discuss these things?
Right. I'm like, you don't have to have me going through this long song and dance.
I know what the problem is.
What?
They ain't never had nobody like us before. I ain't never had no woman sit down and talk to me and give me the law.
I'm just like, and it's not like I was even
hold on to her,
like aggressive or anything. I'm just like, just let me know how you moving so I can move, and so our movement can be synchronized.
Him don't know.
You doing? Listen,
him don't know what he want out of life. He just
don't
try to
put somebody in a relationship.
He just want to dip in the salsa and get on
what
his tippy
the F
toes.
You trying to do, and so you want to hold on, but yet you out here got the whole streets. Your tendencies are for the streets.
He got the whole world in his hands.
For the streets. And I'm like, you could have been for the streets. Like, you didn't even have to, have me over here like sitting. I'm like, oh, are you gonna relationship me up? But you out here in the streets. And so I'm like, okay, so now how do you tune that method? I'm like, dang, if this was when back in the day when my knees was good, I would have been nipped that in the bud. But I'm like, I got too many things to do. I can't be riding up on you and investigating stuff like I used to, because I used to be real. Listen, I'm handy with the steel, fellas. I used to be quick on it.
Quick on the draw.
But now I'm like, I got too much stuff to do. So it's like now all of this time done went bad. And I'm like, dang, I'm getting played to the left. And I ain't even know, because I wasn't paying attention to the foolery, because I'm like, I'm busy. I don't have time to sit and try to figure out what you're doing. I just don't. Like, I'm going to trust you. Say you doing this, then I'm going to believe what you saying until I find out otherwise. But when I find out otherwise, it's a wrap. Like, and it's all good. But I'm just like, today, this modern, these new people, this new, like, do people even love, like, do people even love the same today? Like, do we really respect love? Or are we just using that in a frivolous way? When we talk about dating today, modern dating and modern love, have relationships become sort of a power struggle? Oh, well, she don't want to submit to this. He don't want to pay this. He don't want to, like, are we even looking for love today? Or are we looking for something to fight about, post negatively about, and complain about? What do you think? Do you think people are really seriously today looking for love? Or
I think we don't have no idea what we're looking for. The majority of us are broken. We broken from childhood traumas and all these other things, or we have these ideas of what we want, what we desire, because we seen it in cartoons, Disney movies, whatever, or we want what our parents have. We're not the same as the past generations. We don't think like them. We don't move like them or anything. And opposed to stopping and taking time to getting to know each other, how we tick, how we talk, what we like, what we don't like, how to deal with each other's love languages and things like that, we're never going to get anywhere because we keep trying to base it off of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 50s, the 60s, and we in like the 20s now. We in like 2025. If humans evolve, animals evolve, everything evolve, why isn't love evolving? Why isn't the way that we love and we communicate and we talk to each other evolve? Opposed to sitting here arguing over submit. How she gonna submit when she pay her own rent, her own bill? She been doing everything by herself. She left home at 15. That's all she know how to do. But you just want her to forget all of that instead of understanding, baby, I understand where you came from. I want to take that baggage off of you.
Oh,
I want to take that baggage off of you.
Some of these guys, listen, baby, they not taking no baggage. They gonna add to. Listen, they gonna add to. They gonna add to the baggage, baby. If they see that you struggling, they come and listen. Come on, let me go ahead on add a little bit more anxiety to you. Let me go ahead on and add a little bit more stress to you. Let me go ahead on and give you a reason to have to make your therapy sessions from 2 times a week to 3 times a week. Let me go ahead on and do that.
No ma'am, no ham, no cheese. You keep that over there. We too old for that. It ain't nothing rich around these parts but peace, calmness. Say it again for me. Nam yo horing king yo. Ding. That's all over here. Don't come over here with your baby mama drama, your baby daddy drama, your kids. Don't come over here with none of that.
So listen, let me ask you all this, fellas. Do you all have a problem with a woman admitting that she is dating more than one man? Do you all have a problem with that? Because again, when we're talking about new, modern love and establishing relationships and dating in 2025, what do you guys think about that? Or is that something that you prefer? Because again, if we're not in a relationship, if you're dating, then quite naturally, she should be able to date, whether that's dating more than one man. So how do you all feel about that? Do you all want to know if she's dating more than one man? Or Now, dating doesn't necessarily mean sleeping with, but also to date.
Exactly. I feel like once you sleep with somebody, though, are you still dating, though?
That's a good
Are you
question.
still dating? Like, okay, I tested the waters. I like it. It's good. I want that again. Yeah, daddy. Yeah, mama. Ooh. And then we do it a couple of more times. Are we still dating? What is that gray area? Is that the situationship?
So wait, D Coleman show is saying no, as long as she knows she's dating, as long as he knows she's dating more than one woman. Leo, you're saying not with me. So she can't, so then you're not in a relationship. So you don't want her to date more than one man if you're not in a relationship with her. Cedric, you're saying they're looking for someone to claim as their property, not a mate. So it's the thing like this, like when you're dating, I always assume that they're sleeping with somebody else. I'm not gonna lie. For me, anybody out here, I'm like, you, if you dating, if you telling me you dating somebody else, I'm just gonna assume that you sleeping with somebody else, just so that I can protect myself mentally and physically. I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, he's sleeping with somebody else. And I'm gonna be honest, like for me, I know it shouldn't be, but it's a turn off for me. Like I just it's a turn off because it's too much gray area. I mean, I can try, and I've done my best to try to go along with it for a little bit, but I'm not that deep. I'm not for all of this new stuff. I'm just like let's go out a couple of times. If I'm not your cup of coffee, then we can part ways.
Yeah, but see, that's if I'm not, you can't get to know somebody in a couple of dates.
You can get to know me and know me well enough to know if I want to say, you know what, I'm gonna put a little time in her because for me, I just I don't feel like I can honestly get to know somebody when I got more than one person I'm dealing with. Okay, I thought that you liked cheesecake. Oh God, that's Mark's
Right.
favorite. That's Terry's. Oh God, for crying out loud.
If I'm out here dating, I don't really care what you like or what you're doing.
But then
Now,
how
if I zone in, now if somebody catch my attention and I zone in, then yes, that's when you know go and decide to
But
say,
how
all
do I
right.
zone in if I'm entertaining all for me personally, I'm not gonna be able to zone in if I got all of these people that I'm dealing with. I can't zone in, but a lot of people have
I can zone
definitely
in.
mastered zoning in, and I don't think that they zone in. They master compartmentalizing who they're dealing with. But I don't think that you can really honestly make a connection when you have multiple people involved. That's just me. I don't think that there can be a genuine connection because you got so much going on.
I feel like you can because technically, if you're dating, you getting to know somebody. It's simple. It's not a lot. We not putting a whole bunch in here. Do I like how you talking to me on our first conversations? Do I like the things that you're saying? Do I like what you say about your family members? I'm listening. I'm focusing. Okay, so we done had a couple of phone call conversations. Let's go out on our first date. Okay,
And
this
then
is
I do,
nice.
and then I do
But
the same
then
thing with the next dude,
but
and the
then,
next dude, and the
and
next dude. I'm
then,
just like,
while we over here doing this, it ain't like when we was younger. We ain't have a couple of dudes. It's just a sorting process. It's just like work. You got about
but you
five
wasn't
file
looking to
cabinets.
settle. And I think that
But
also
that's what
dating.
dating is. Dating doesn't. That's why you said you check it out. What are you doing? Because dating doesn't always mean I'm looking for a husband. Dating doesn't always mean I'm looking for a wife. Dating could just mean I'm just out here. I'm having fun, and that doesn't mean I'm having sex with all these people that I'm dating.
D. Coleman show is saying the way to attract a real woman is to show her something different. Cedric is saying that ain't for me. I totally listen. I am there. Definitely, you definitely got to show something different, and you got to be something different as well. If you're looking for something serious, then you should operate like you're looking for something serious. If you're
True.
looking to just mingle and just continue to date and do the casual thing, there's nothing wrong with that. The biggest thing that I find today is that people are not honest with their intentions. Say what your intentions are and keep it real. Give The biggest problem is people lying and taking away another person's option to choose.
Right.
If you tell me that you're looking for something and you're dating for a purpose and you're dating, your goal is to get married, that's not saying your goal is to marry me, but it's saying that that's what your goal is. You're looking to be a husband, be a partner, you're looking to be that. But if you tell me that just because that aligns with what I said, so now you're saying that to keep me with you or keep me to proceed with you, then you a liar, you a lie. And that was totally unnecessary because it's so many women out here and there's so many men out here that are on the same thing. But let's stop lying and deceiving people by saying we want one thing, but we acting and we moving in the total opposite direction. Like, say what you mean and mean what you say. D. Coleman is also saying everything is a choice. Pretty Tasha is saying, yeah, facts. It's just like people, it's too many games, too many just unnecessary lies and things of that nature. Again, if we're going to keep it grown, we're going to keep it sexy, we're going to keep it all of that. In 2025, listen, just tell people what it is that you want.
What it is.
Tell them what it is. Don't tell me what you think I want to hear. Don't act in a way and you think the way you think I want you to act. Be who you are, because I'm going to be who I am so that you can make an informed decision on if you are brave enough to ride this ride over here, because it's an experience over here. You're going to get some calm days. And then some other days you're going to get, a whirlwind, so it's going to be a whole plethora. It's like that, the appetizer tray. You gonna get it's like that. It's an appetizer tray over here. You don't just get the entree where it's just one thing on here. You get them. You get the appetizer tray right here. You get
the platter.
this. You get the platter right here. You're going to get a variety of things going on. You're going to get some sanity.
Some of it you like and some of it you don't. But at the end of the day, you're going to love it.
And you're going to reorder it too. You're going to reorder this here platter right here. You're going to reorder it today. Or you're going to supersize that platter the next time. You like, yeah, you know what? You hold them celeries, a little bit of that crazy. You hold that little crazy to the side. But see, the crazy, you're gonna need the crazy, because let somebody say something crazy to you. We up in there, okay? You ain't just up in there.
You need that.
We up in there.
So
you need the whole platter. But when you're going forward and you looking forward to this and you're dealing in these dating streets and all this other foolishness, the one and only rule: say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't be out here lying. Just tell people what it is, what you want, what you're looking for, and what are you doing? What are you bringing? Let people know so that they can know if you are somebody that they want to proceed forward with, and you can know for yourself if they are somebody that you want to proceed forward with as well.
Be okay with it. If y'all ain't each other cup of tea,
you have to be okay with that. Like, everybody is not gonna choose you. And listen, you got to be honest. Know yourself well enough. You listen. This man come into your life all polished and everything, and he just got himself together, and he's getting to know you. And the more you get to know him, you know that you are a hell raiser and you're not going to do right. You know you're not going to do nothing but bring chaos to this man's life. You have to tell him, listen, Leonard, you are too good of a dude. But I'm going to just tell you like this. Look, I like to fight. I be in a whole bunch of drama. I done fought 12 of my neighbors. That's why I got to move now. I just, I don't be meaning to, but it's just like wherever I go, like I'm always in some stuff and I'm trying to grow from that. But you know what? You seem like you too good of a man for me to bring that type of ish to you. So I'm not even going to do that. I would have loved to have connected with you, but you know what? You too deep for me. You too on the straight and narrow. I need somebody that, that like to go to jail, every other, because it's always something. You go
Woo.
Disorderly conduct and all this, got a couple of them charges on me, because it can go down at any time. And I don't want to put you out there because I know that I will be representing you. And you seem like you too good of a dude. So I'm going to have to come back over here, go into the drawing board, go back to this dating pool, because I'm not even going to, I'm just being honest with you, Leonard. I'm not going to even do that to
But
you.
I like your crazy.
Yeah, my
I
crazy
love it.
we gonna end up in jail, and you gonna need a lawyer. And listen, I already got my 500 on the retainer for the lawyer. He already know it can go down at any time. You gonna have to find your own, because I'm enough for him to deal with. But guys, listen, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page, like our YouTube channel, and subscribe to J Spot Radio. Go to our Facebook, like and subscribe us there, the J Spot. Instagram, the J Spot. J is spelled Jaye. For all three. Until next time, you all take care of yourselves and each other. Peace. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much.
Motion stimulate and our organs masturbate. See, girl, you're a tall glass of water, kept at 31 degrees.